Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Like this video and subscribe. So at midnight I was up and it was P Valley season finale. It was everything. It picks up where Autumn was in the fantasy room with Montavious. Montavious is crazy. So he's still tripping about his money or whatever. He want his money. And so she took her top off. See, she was smart because this particular night they not supposed to be topless, so she knows cameras in there. So she in there with her top off. Uncle Clifford look on the screen and see she don't have no top on. So he tell Big Al to go in there and take care of it. Call Diamond. Big Al called Diamond. Diamond still working the door. Y'all know they had that long line at the door. So Diamond, I figured he wasn't gonna be able to leave because there's too many people at the door. So Big L done met Duffy in the back because Duffy done called him. He was like, well, everybody gonna break rules tonight. He done went to the back to meet Duffy. Duffy got a shipment. So, cause you remember he made the little deal with him because he figured he still was gonna need a hustle because the paint was gonna be closed. So that happened. So then we go to the club. You see Lil Murda out there. Him and Mississippi going to the stage or whatever. He get out there and see all those people and they rapping the words to his song. He started getting extra crunk. Baby, Mississippi showed out on that pole. Oh, yes, she did. She showed up and showed out. And so, remember, her baby daddy Derek was there with some of his partners. So Mississippi was out there dancing, Murda was dancing. They had some of the other girls out there background dancing for them. They did a good show. And so the little producer that, he was supposed to meet or whatever, he showed up and met up with his manager and they was talking or whatever. And the manager was telling him how good Lil Murda was, this, that, and the third. But the bottom line was that manager wasn't really there to see Lil Murda. He was there to see Mississippi. So then we go outside. A diamond confiscating all kind of weapons at the door. So, he checking the people in line, whatever. We see the little big boy that was wearing the ankle bracelet for man. He in line. He got a fake ID. But Diamond went on and let him in. He was like, well, this the last night anyway. So he went on and let him in. Told him to stay in school. So when he come in, he goes straight back there with Mercedes there with the coach. I forgot to tell you the coach was there. Mercedes was in there talking to him about investing in her gym. But he want her to be a kept woman. If he gonna invest in her since she don't want no business partner. And she need a partner like Autumn told her, which would have made more sense. So when he come, he showed her the flyer that Maine was looking at. The last episode we saw Maine on. He was looking at that flyer, Haley. So when Mercedes looked at the flyer, she saw Montavious' hand on Haley's shoulder and remembered his ring. So then that's when she knew something was wrong. So she looked back at the coach and told him, she had to think about it because his, generosity the price feeling kind of high right now. So she gonna let him know. So she take off running. She go to the office. Nobody's in the office. Uncle Clifford, Big Ed, everybody missing. But she knows she got to get to the fantasy room to help Autumn because she knows it's trouble, trouble. So we're gonna go back to the stage. The murder performer, he done threw his little jacket off in the crowd. Uncle Clifford running out there, snatching the jacket, from the women. Okay, I know what Lil Murder told Uncle Clifford, and Uncle Clifford old enough to know better. Now he knew doggone well that boy wasn't gonna be able to be out there in that club with all them people in there hugged up with him and doing the most. We know what he told Uncle Clifford, but Uncle Clifford got to be. He was telling Lil Murder to be realistic. He needed to be realistic too. That wasn't the time or the place. Then he conducting business. You walking there with your, come on now. Especially down there where y'all live, because you say people getting killed down there for being public. So Clifford knew better. He was old enough to know better. He knew Lil Murda ain't know what he was talking about. He already knew it. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Everybody's saying murder wrong, but you already knew how this was gonna go. Especially after his manager had that meeting with him. So I don't know why people surprised, because the manager had a whole meeting with him. because he was moving, funny. He was messing up. So that happened. So Mercedes went, knocked on the door to the fantasy room and was like, Montavious was trying to get rid of him. But she was like, bottle service, he come to the room. He have to get the bottle because he in the room or whatever. So Montavious opened the door and she came in. She was like, yeah, you have to get the bottle service. And she come with the service and all that. So he just looking at her. Montavious is crazy. And he had that crazy strength. So they in there dancing, whatever. And I always feel like Autumn couldn't dance. But Montavia was like, she was real, real stiff. He was like, for all the lessons I paid for, you should be able to dance better than that. But y'all know she have always been stiff. I get up there and do that slow whine, but she doing. So it ain't funny, but it is, but it ain't, but it is. So her and Mercedes dancing, he was like, yeah, I finished my drink. My glass empty. She was like, but your bottle's still almost full. So he said something, pour all the alcohol out on the floor. So when he do that, Mercedes grabbed a bottle and hit the bottle on the table and pull it on him. But he overpowered her and had a bottle at her throat and tell Autumn where his money at. So Autumn was like, it's at the club, whatever. So he told her she had 5 minutes to go get it. And he was gonna flip or drown everybody in that club with Mercedes blood. So Autumn run out. She go to the locker room. She getting fully dressed. I didn't understand it. But when she saw her gun was gone, that girl got her money and ran to that ragged ass car. I was like, no, she didn't. So you just gonna leave Sadie at the hour she done did for you? We all did for each other. So we gonna cut to the back to the club. So Lil Murda, when he finished, him and his manager in Mississippi in the VIP room having a little meeting or whatever. The manager fangirl from Mississippi basically. And then, that's when Uncle Clifford came in there while they having a meeting, put his hand on Murda's shoulder, telling me, y'all, what's going on or something. And Murda was like, this business, like basically running him out of there. So boy that they was meeting up with started talking about Clifford, calling him the F word or whatever. So Mississippi was like, don't talk about my boss. Then she dropped a couple of bars and he was out crying. Ooh, you got bars too? I mean, he was doing the most for Mississippi. So Derek came to the door, was calling Mississippi, and she was like, she coming, she be, so he kept on and then she just snapped at him. So he walked off. So then eventually she left out the room, Murda, whatever. So Murda going there in the office, Uncle Clifford all of his feelings. And then tell him, oh yeah, you said you want this. I'm just like, are you serious? This ain't the time or the place to be trying to come out with y'all new make it official. That's what they say. Yeah, go public. This ain't the time to go public. And Uncle Clifford know that. So then we go to Derek in Mississippi. He getting yoked up on the side of the DJ booth like, why you ain't come when I call you? I'm finna go pee. By the time I get back, you better be at the car. She trying to tell him she need to go make this money. He ain't trying to hit. So the whole time, Diamond peeping what's going on. So when Derek go to the bathroom, Diamond come in the bathroom asking him, why he had Mississippi, yoked up on the, by the DJ booth. And he was telling Diamond to mind his business. Diamond like, all these girls are my business. So Diamond had already motioned for everybody to leave out the bathroom. So they get to fight. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked. Derek was kind of big. Derek gave Diamond a run for his money. So some kind of way, I guess Diamond realized that, and his gun fell out of stuff. So they was tussling over. They was really fighting over that gun the whole time. They fell out the bathroom door. Everybody seen the gun. The gun went off a couple of times in the air. So long story short, everybody's running outside. Mississippi was already dressed outside at the car. She know how to take orders. So she was asking what's going on, and somebody told her they was in that fight. So when she go in there, she see Diamond finally got the best of Derek. So he beating the brakes off him. She telling Diamond to stop. She started telling him to stop. Next thing you know, she pulled a gun on him, like, get up off of him. And we looking like, what? But y'all know what? I'm not surprised because I done seen a couple of battle rooms in my day because I know I'm almost 50. And normally that's how they are. They'll protect the men to the men eventually kill them. Because I know a couple that happened to. And what end up happening, you'll try to help them and they'll turn on you to help the man. And that's why a lot of people don't get involved in that stuff. And it's sad, but it's true. That's why a lot of people, because what they end up happening, they end up mad at you and still be with that person. But you could tell Diamond's feelings was hurt. So then, next thing you know, Diamond hears some gunshots. He take off running to the fantasy room. By the time he get there, he hear them arguing. Right before, it was like, he heard them arguing, whatever, right? So then next thing you know, those gunshots, had went off. By the time he get there, it's blood coming from under the door. So we don't know who got shot. Oh yeah, I forgot Uncle Clifford had busted in there on Montavious because when he went back to the office, he looked up at the screen and saw Montavious with that bottle on Mercedes. So he trying to call Diamond, he trying to call Big L, you know, nobody answering. He telling me it's a code red. So he looking at Boxway and confiscated those weapons and got a gun out of there. So he cocked to make sure it's loaded. Clifford take off to the fantasy room. So when he coming there, Montavious was giving them a run. I'm said telling y'all that they could not handle him. He was giving all three of them a run for their money. Even Uncle Clifford, everybody that left out that room was battered and bruised. And first you really don't know who shot him. So we didn't know who got shot. So then the next day, it's at the Uncle Clifford grandma sitting on the porch. So she crying. Loretta Devine is crazy. She crying like somebody died. And you hear on the radio about, the pink auction and how it was violence at the club that night. And then next thing you know, Uncle Clifford come out dressed in all black. He all battered and bruised. And the grandma done took the keys like she finna drive to the courthouse. And he like, y'all know Granny can't see right. So he got the keys back from her. So they get in the car, go to the courthouse. We see Andre. Andre on his way leaving out the hotel. Y'all know the little desk clerk don't like him. Talking about, yeah, I bet he's been here a long time. I bet he know that whole Bible. Because remember, old boy told him to read his Bible. So the wife was like, she wanted to go with him to work. So he had to go bid on a pink for his boss. They gave him 200K, to bid with. So we get there, y'all. Everybody sitting in there like it's an actual funeral. Mayor Ruffin bring his butt up in there with Andre and his wife. So they sitting there. Andre got the little car. He bid. The next thing all the pink people are now black. We see somebody walking there, standing by the door, all white, feeling godly, bidding. It's autumn. So Andre bid, autumn go higher. So Andre cap was 200,000. So he go up to like I think 150, 175. Autumn say 200. So Mary Ruffin gonna jump up and say grab Andre thing and say 215. Mind you, Andre got to get approval to go anything over that. So Autumn, she say 250. So Andre was like, I got to call, make sure I get, the okay that I can go that high. So Andre called, and the first time nobody answered. The second time he answered, but when he looked at Autumn took her glasses off, and he could see she was beat up. So he just hung up the phone. And so Autumn won the auction. And then you see them back at no, they was leaving out or whatever. She looked at him, he looked at her. Mayor Ruffin was pissed. So then you see them back at the club, Granny and them making her a drink, talking to Autumn, calling her a hoe like that's her name. And Uncle Clifford like that's not her name. You can't call her that. So she was like, well, what's your name? And she said, Haley. It's like, well, I was close enough. But I forgot one part. Mercedes. Mercedes was looking bad, y'all. She beat up. She got her hair braided. She tried to go talk to her mama, Patrice Woodbine, at her building, that she made into her church, and was talking about forgiveness from God. And Patrice told her basically, you need to go talk to your God somewhere else, because remember, I'm dead to you. And then she bust out crying. But see, Mercedes, I know she was going through something, but Patrice would have been the last place I'd have went. I'd talk to anybody but her. So she come back to the Pink While they Uncle Clifford in there cleaning up the glass and stuff, and Autumn and Granny still sitting in there talking. And she was like, "Is it done?" And Grandma was like, "That was yesterday. This a new day, which is today. We're gonna leave everything in yesterday and yesterday." Basically told her, that's over with. Don't think about it. It's dead and gone. So, yeah, that was P Valley. Autumn told Uncle Clifford, they partners. He helped her, so now he owed her. And that was good. It was everything. It gave me what I need. It was, oh my God, it was so good. I can't wait till next season. It's a lot going. I know it's a lot gonna happen because there's a lot of storylines left open. And then Montavious did tell Autumn that he told some of his brothers where he was at, so he do got somebody watching. Like if he don't come up or whatever the case is, he let somebody know where he went. So we're gonna see how that's gonna turn out. But yeah, that was P Valley season finale. Tell me what you think. I loved it. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I can't wait for the next season. What about you?